Kevin, thanks again for being on the show. Really appreciate it. We're doing kind of a special this time around. It's going to be focused on the Comic-Con. Going to interview a lot of writers, actors, celebrities, comic artists, everything.
Josh, it sounds good.
Yep.
But the thing is, I just want you to promise it's not going to be glitzy. Man, I got a job to do here. Got some fans to meet and greet with. Just as long as we don't go over the top. Just keep it nice and intimate like every other appearance we've done.
Right. It's going to be, yeah, that's exactly pretty much what we're doing, yeah.
Excellent. Sweet.
That's, yeah, good.
I'm on board.
Great, we'll start out with you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first annual Super People Golden Ultra Global Eisner Gala event held here in downtown San Diego in conjunction with the San Diego Comic-Con International, the largest Comic-Con in North America. And now, here are your hosts, Phil Guerrero, Nick Scolar, and special guest host Kevin Smith.
Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, Director of Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, and welcome to the Anti-Gravity Room San Diego International Comic-Con Special. Today we're just going to
Thank you very much, Kevin. You know, we have some exciting events lined up, don't we, Nick?
That's right, Phil.
David Glanzer, Director of Public Relations for Comic-Con International. We're in San Diego, and actually we're at the largest popular arts and comic book convention in North America. In addition to comic books, there's a lot of popular art stuff too. There's a lot of movie memorabilia, a lot of music, literature, art, a whole bunch of stuff is in there. And in fact, you know, we started out as a comic book company, a comic book convention only 28 years ago, and as comic books have gone into all areas of the popular arts, so is our convention. So it's all here under one roof. It takes 4 days to see the whole show. So go in, relax, take your time, stop by every booth, and you'll have a blast.
Grant Morrison, our next guest, was quoted as one of the most creative minds by Entertainment Weekly.
Now, wait a minute, Phil. Shouldn't we start out with like a joke, you know, Oprah to Uma, Uma to Oprah? All right, I'm here with Grant Morrison, who is the man to talk to you this year. Grant, what's going on here at San Diego with you?
Well, working on Justice League right now, which has been a pretty big hit, so it's kind of, this is star treatment this year. It's a serious thing, you know, people following around with cameras and stuff.
Now, tell me a little about JLA. I mean, it just came out last year, and I remember, you know, everybody was talking about what it was going to be like. Now it's become a really big hit. What's that like?
Well, it seems to have hit the mark, you know. Last year we figured out what people wanted was a kind of return to positive, imaginative, upbeat kind of stuff, and I guess we were right. So, you know, the whole thing's just worked out.
Now, I know you're doing this special issue next where you're revealing the new characters. Can you tell us anything about that?
Well, we want to keep this secret because originally we had the whole team worked out, the whole thing was planned, and then suddenly this weekend I was reading this book on the plane and figured out the way the Justice League should be. It's something that hasn't been done before. It's so obvious, and it kind of answers a lot of the problems that people had, that we didn't have enough women on the team, you know, we didn't have black people on the team. So those are a couple of clues.
All right, so you were recently named in Entertainment Weekly as one of the 50 most creative people ever. What was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, it's the first time I've been named as 50 most anything. But it just happened. I guess they were reading the stuff, they liked it, they called me up. I didn't realise it was a big deal, and I was just kind of saying, yeah, okay, it sounds good to me.
So were you a comic fan as a kid?
Yeah, I started reading these things when I was a really young kid, and then also went through the kind of the teenage thing when I got to about 12, 13, where I did the whole fanboy geek stuff for a few years. So yeah, I mean, all that stuff, that's the background to doing this superhero stuff, which is kind of like playing with toys now. It's real good fun.
Any future plans for Grant Morrison?
Loads of plans. I mean, just basically keep doing this stuff, the invisible stuff, which is kind of, that's what I do for my soul. And also, we're doing the music. Me and Mark Miller are working on a sitcom for BBC Television. So there's a whole bunch of things kind of, I almost died last year, and since then I had this real rush of energy. So while it's happening, I'm going to do everything I ever wanted to do, and then drop dead.
All right, man. Well, he's ticking on the clock. Grant Morrison.
I'm living in borrowed time.
The eternal question is, why the San Diego Comic-Con? Why are you guys at the con? What's your main objective here?
We want to hang out with a bunch of really large people wearing next generation Star Trek uniforms.
Yeah.
We hear they get a couple of drinks in those Klingons, they get wild.
Get a few internet Klingon weddings there.
We hear it's a good place to pick up women.
If you can,
Comic Cons.
if you can find them.
There's an awful lot of people here.
It's insane.
My money, you guys.
Oh.
Why are you guys here?
Let's talk about Buffy and the science stuff.
Quickly done.
And how have you found it? Are there a lot of people going, I love the show?
With exactly those eyes.
With exactly those
You
eyes.
scare me.
You know, Nick, the award show thing was really cute for the opening, but we should move on now.
Right. Our next interview is with the man who took the coveted Guy Who Draws Real Good award at last year's Eisners, Mr. Alex Ross. All right, I'm here with Alex Ross, great painter, artist guy. Now, you worked on Marvels, right? Correct?
Yes, that was me.
And then after that?
A Kingdom Come.
And then now?
Uncle Sam.
Which is very cool. Now tell me a little about it.
Uncle Sam is a Vertigo series. It's going to deal with the Uncle Sam character as sort of a walking analogy for the current state of America, the current social issues in America. So, in a sense, as the spirit of America is somewhat poor, so is he.
You're an extremely deep guy. Are you taking a different approach to the artwork in any way?
There's a lot more intimacy. There's less need for, worrying about hundreds of crowd shots, which is just, a lot of what I've had to deal with in the past. And of course, this time it involves some historical matter. There's no superheroes in this tale.
Tell me a little about the Kingdom Come collection.
Well, the Kingdom Come collections, actually 2 of them just came out. There was a slipcase set, which has the 2 books and extra special material that involves all the sketches, the preliminary sketches I did of every major character in the series, every bit of information that people might have had a question about. It has an annotated key for every page of the series, so now that whole Where's Waldo thing that I got branded with, people can actually tell exactly what I intended with each and every panel.
Now, do you ever get branded as a fanboy? Because you put so many obscure, references. You seem to know a lot. I'm not calling you a fanboy.
I think that I should honestly be branded as the worst sort of fanboy because I spend all my working time doing this stuff as well. This is, maybe I have the excuse because it's my profession, but ultimately I spend that much time thinking about this crap. So, yes, I would be a fanboy.
One last question. Last year, I remember, I asked you to put me in your comic. Never happened. But now...
See, I just don't like you well enough.
Stan Lee and Will Eisner in an experimental theater piece about the history of Abflex. Up next. But first, a brief look at some of the exciting moments at San Diego Comic-Con 97.
We talk to a lot of exciting people every year here, the super golden peoples. I really can't be expected to say this. I can't say this. I have a reputation. I cannot say this right.
Here with Tia Carrera, big actress, and Billy Tucci, everyone is big artist.
Big guy.
Big guy.
Tia, let me tell you one thing. Wayne's World, Jury Duty, great movies. Your best appearance ever, Quantum Leap. That was awesome.
Leap. Oh my. Yeah, I took about 60 squibs in the front and the back and hit the mud face first.
Awesome, man.
I guess you're going to wait for a big announcement. We're going to have a big announcement. But I can let you know here, the first person here is that we're going to make a film, it looks like. And,
yeah.
If she lets me.
Well, and Billy knows the character better than anybody, so he's going to be hands-on with writing it. And we're going to make something really cool, and we're not going to compromise. She's tough. She's spiritual. She's deep. She's a dark hero. She's very, very cool. And I think girls out there need to have heroes too.
I think that this film would change the way people look at female action heroes forever and lead, and because there's so much depth and stuff like that to it. And there's a lot of heart and soul, and she really cares about it. We talk on the phone, and it's just a dream come true for me. Okay, for both of you now, where do you get your inspiration for your filmmaking and your art?
From life.
From life.
You look at everything, you see what you like, and you see what sucks, and you kind of hang with the stuff that you like.
Now, what attracts you to the story of the Crow, or the whole Crow genre?
It wasn't like one thing attracted to me. It was just, everything.
Now, James, are you confident that this third one's going to be somewhat to your liking?
Well, I've read Rob's script, and it's a lot of fun. It's a ride. And I've seen his video, so I'm confident he knows what he's doing.
I'm here with the man, David Hasselhoff. Man, you are a legend.
How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Pretty wild outfit there.
Thank you. You too.
You related to Liberace?
Yes, he's my great granddad.
Cool.
Now, let me ask you something. You're doing the Nick Fury movie. Tell me a little about that.
Nick Fury was invented by Stan Lee in '62. He was the last of the great war heroes. He stemmed from Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos.
Correct.
He's a little bit different. And the X-Men and all these guys have got special powers. He seems to be the last of the vulnerable heroes.
Now, what attracted you to this hero?
He's kind of a combination of my heroes growing up. A little bit of Sean Connery, mostly John Wayne. A little bit of Kirk Douglas, but just a no-nonsense guy who just lives out his morals and is a tough guy.
Okay, we're speaking to Allison, Joss, and Nicholas, all from Buffy the Vampire Slayer fame. Of course, Joss is the writer. What do you think it is that people relate to in the show? Because, I mean, it's a vampire show, but past that, I mean, you have to look at what the audience can relate to human-wise. I mean, in terms of human
the high school stuff.
Yes.
How hard high school is.
And it's real.
Yes.
I mean, it's, you know, we have unreal subjects, but we handle them very, very
It's
realistically.
human subjects, romance, what others do you think?
Angst.
Humiliation,
The young
authority.
angst.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I should do is I should just start with talking about the dance. You know, Buffy, Spring Fling just isn't any dance. It's a time for students to choose a mate, and then we can observe their mating rituals and tag them before they migrate. Just kill me.
You guys don't want to ask me anything.
Where'd you get your glasses?
Oh, my Jackie O glasses. Back in Toronto, Canada.
And does your hair grow in like that, or do you shave it around here?
No, I just, it's actually, there's hair all over my face, and I just shaved the bare parts.
And do you have more piercings aside from your ears?
That's it.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Allison, Joss, and Nicholas. Buffy the Vampire Slayer folk. Nick School, our and a special Comicopia coming up next on the first annual Golden People's Choice Savory.
The name's too legit, man. Don't even try to say the name. By the time we get the name out, we'll be cutting to a commercial, man. We'll never get...
Hey, what's up, fellow con-goers? I'm Nick here at the San Diego Comic-Con with Comicopia, and that's too many comics. But Phil, you mentioned this is going to be a special Comicopia. How is it special?
It's special because I'm going to do it with you.
That is wacky, man. Well, first up, we got Wolf and Bird, Council of the Macabre, number 16. Now, I thought this was a great book. It has to do with the character Sod, who's kind of like Swamp Thing. But there's a very cool page in this in which there's contributions by Bernie Wrightson, Jeff Smith, Charles Best, all kinds of cool stuff. If you don't know, Wolf and Bird are lawyers for the supernatural. Very cool. I give it 4 out of 5 G's on the anti-gravity scale. Yourself, Bill?
I'm going to give it, I'm new to this, I'm going to give it 4 G's out of 5 because I love Bat and Lash, and I love any kind of independent comic that deals with, you know, human characters, human characteristics, human problems, and then you throw in monsters. And I like the Swamp Thing parody.
Well said. Okay, next up we have Too Much Coffee Man, number 2. Very cool special. If you don't know Too Much Coffee Man, it's kind of an obscure, abstract cartoon strip thing done in done in the style of like Milk and Cheese on a one-page strip kind of thing. Very cool. It's just weird, crazy stuff, observations by Too Much Coffee Man. I give it also 4 out of 5 G's on the anti-gravity scale.
I'm going to give Too Much Coffee Man 4.5 G's out of 5 because A, I love Shannon Wheeler. He's a good guy. Shannon, how you doing there, buddy? Also, it deals with real-life problems I go through, you know, hating noise pollution, air pollution, all those kind of funny, quirky little life things. And then you put a coffee cup on your head, and then it's Too Much Coffee Man. I love it.
It's insane.
4.5, baby.
All right, well, thank you, Phil. It was great.
Special guest.
That's it for Comicopia. See you next time.
Yeah! Every year we honor the biggest names in the comic book industry, but what about the little guy? The guy out there on the street slugging it out trying to make it as a fringe artist. Well, this next set of interviews is dedicated to them.
I'm here with the guys from Writer's Block. First, tell me, what is Writer's Block?
Writer's Block is a group of guys from across the country that met on America Online. We decided to put together our own anthology comic, and we just put everything together online. We'd never met each other until this weekend, so
Now, if you never met and you just knew each other from online, were you worried it's going to be like 14 male, are you cute?
Yeah, exactly. I thought I might get stuck with some axe murderers or something in the room, but everybody's been really cool so far.
My name's Paul Grist. I'm based in England, and I self-publish my own comic called Kane, which comes out from the Dancing Elephant Press Company, which is me. And there's certain elements of Kane which are gritty and hard and brutal, but there are elements which are more light-hearted, which are more uplifting, because that's what I like about sort of stories. I want something that is essentially positive, that makes people feel perhaps a bit better about things than they did when they started reading it.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Darth Nader.
Darth Nader, and why are you here at the con?
We are here at the con to announce the re-release of the sci-fi classic Hardware Wars.
Hardware?
1977, re-released with 20 new special defects.
I'm Bob Fingerman, and I do the book Minimum Wage for Fantagraphics. It's an ongoing series about a group of young New Yorkers and their trials and tribulations and that kind of thing. It's basically an anti-Friends. You've got your friends, this is the anti-Friends. These are people who like each other but snipe at each other in, I think, a more realistic way. I'm going to be writing a series for Dark Horse Comics. They have a new series called Zombie World that I believe will be debuting this fall.
All right, I'm here with Lisa Quidney, Sherry Roberg, and Karen Berger. Oh, crap. Sorry. I'm here with Lisa Quidney, Karen Berger, and Shelley Roberg. Three chicks from DC, or women, as they like to be called. Now, tell me, what's going on? What's going on here at the con this year for you guys?
Well, we're including a lot of great writers and artists that we work with, and we've got a lot of interest in our books. We've got a lot of great stuff coming out at the end of the year. Stardust, Uncle Sam, Destiny.
Vertigo, Women Rock.
Recently, the executive producers of the Anti-Gravity Room were called together to answer some questions on a Q&A panel. We're going to take a look at that, and we're also going to take a look at this year's Eisner Awards and its winners coming up next. Oh, I get it. If I don't play along with the gala thing, I don't get any funny lines, and this sucks.
The anti-gravity panel is about to start. I don't know anything about comics, so it should be funny.
What is the Anti-Gravity Room?
That's a good answer. I don't know. Bring a friend!
Anybody want to come to the Anti-Gravity Room thing? Nobody loves me.
We start off just telling you a little bit about the Anti-Gravity Room, just in case you don't know it. But basically, what we want to talk about somewhat is how difficult it was to get a show about comic books on television. There was an incredible resistance to this program from almost every broadcaster that we spoke to.
I was like really bored one summer was the deal, and I just decided to do a TV show about comics. We took calls, we got harassed. That was it. And then about a year into it, one day, we got a letter from Josh Braun at the Fremantle Corporation saying he wanted to do something with the show, and we thought it was a prank.
It's a very fascinating show, and I think the whole idea behind that is, we're changing the channels for you before you get to change the channel yourself.
Do you response back to the audience?
Can you all hear in the back?
The quality of work today is better than it's ever been. Every year it gets better.
The nominees for Best Painter are Dan Brereton for Thrill Killer, Joseph Michael Linsner for Dawn, Miguelangelo Prado for Tangents, Alex Ross for Kingdom Come. The award goes to Alex Ross.
For the project that I know I got this, I figured I got this award for, and thank you to everybody I got to work with at DC.
The level of talent, the level of skill, and the level of intelligence is growing, despite the fact that we're seeing a lot of special effect art. The people who are producing work here are much better. The audience is growing older, so that the demand the quality, the storytelling quality is growing.
Cowboys and Aliens came to me in a certain way because on the one hand I wanted to see Westerns kind of come back, and they've been gone for a long time. On the other hand, I'm like a kid and I like playing with toys. And I was thinking, what if kids played for the last 100 years if they stopped playing about 20 years ago? Cowboys and Indians. And they stopped playing because they stopped being cool, shooting Indians, stopped being PC. I mean, none of that stuff was working anymore, but it really was a fun thing that at least I grew up with. And I figured, what could be cooler than playing Cowboys and Aliens? And for a street game, if you have no money, you don't want to buy any merchandise, and I don't want the studio to hear that, of course. But if you don't want to buy any merchandise at all, you can still play Cowboys and Aliens. All you need is someone to look kind of alienish, you know, have some kind of a ray gun, and someone to look kind of cowboyish and have a pistol and run around and do stuff.
Let's talk to Lou Ferrigno from TV's The Hulk. Very good. How you doing, Lou?
Very good. Good to see you.
I hear you make these things talk a little bit. There, go, bring it. Yeah, that's right. Now watch me.
The movie's out. It's doing very well in the box office.
Yes, it has. People are coming up to you now and going like this. Lou, what's up? What's up, Lou? Where have you been, baby?
Got a reprint of the first Men in Black that you can get on the internet, mania.com.
Very cool.
And 3 issues coming out that are brand new from Marvel Comics that'll be at the local stores.
Now, what happened there? Why did they switch over to Marvel? And what has happened as a result of it?
Well, Malibu was bought by Marvel, and so now it's all part of the big company.
Naturally.
So Men in Black's Marvel for now on. Look into the lights.
You can write to us at The Anti-Gravity Room, care of YTV Canada, Station C, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, M6J 3NY, or email to antigravity@ytv.ca.
Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody. And to finish our show tonight, Mr. Kevin Smith and his sidekick Jay with an interpretive dance to comics throughout history.
No way, man. No.
Yeah, it's certainly good.
Get grooving with the stars. Plus, find out what it's like working at a radio station on YTV's Hit List. Next.